everybody, today is Jerry again with KillaKlownzFPV. Now I know I've been kind of gone for a while. I've been doing stuff in the background. Been doing a lot of 3D design work and stuff like that for ground RCs and drones and whatnot. But today I'm here with the comparison between 4 batteries, which are probably the major used ones in all of the FPV industry. There might be a couple other ones I'm missing, but these are the main ones I've seen people fly and the ones that I've been asked to review. Now, between all 4 of these, we have the CNHL 1500 milliamp 100C4S. These ones I actually won 4 of them from a contest that I believe it was Race Day Quads I had a couple months ago, and I actually won these. Then we have the first edition tattoos. These are 1550 milliamp 75C4S. These are the newer R-lines. This is the version 1.0 R-lines 75C 1550 milliamp. So these are the two kind of competing with each other. And then here we have the Venom 1500 milliamp 4S graphene. Now there is quite a bit of differences between them, and I'll get to that next. First of all, I want to actually show you guys, so weight wise, yes, these are bigger. These are quite a bit bigger actually. See if I can zoom in right here. So these ones, put them side by side, are quite a bit bigger. That's at least maybe 10-12 millimeters difference between them. They're pretty much the same. The tattoo might be a tiny little bit wider, maybe about 1 mil, 2 mils, but this thing is, the CNHLs are a lot longer. So you got to keep that in mind if you have a top mounted frame, if these are even going to fit. Between the tattoo and the R-line, they're pretty much identical. The R-line's a tiny bit bigger, maybe 1 millimeter. And then this compared to the graphene, the graphene's about 2 millimeters thicker, same length. So that's as far as size goes. For weight, on these CNHLs, these do feel a little bit heavier, or actually quite a bit heavier. So the CNHLs, let's see, are sitting at 197 grams. That's for the CNHL. For the tattoos, the 1550 milliamp, just the regular 75Cs are 165 grams. So about a 30 gram difference there. Next we have the R lines, the 1.0 75C, again also 1550 milliamp. And that's sitting at 185.5. Then we have the Venom Graphene 4S. Set that on there. That one's sitting at 188.3.4. And these will be the weights posted here for comparison. Now, I've been flying these since I won them. I fly them pretty much daily. I haven't flown probably in a week, but I've been putting all of these through pretty much the blender. I've hit concrete, I've hit whatever. My frame's been taking most of the hits. These are the first ones I had since, I mean, God knows when. I've been flying these. These probably have well over 30 or 40 flights, maybe more, just on these alone. And I got these essentially to replace these because I was told these were better, blah, blah, blah. So I figured might as well order 4. So I currently have 4 of the graphenes from Venom, 4 of the R lines, and 4 of the CNHLs to kind of compare as far as flight time and everything, and I can go from pack to pack to compare. These feel nice. I noticed though that even when I started flying, these had a lot of voltage sag. You'd be flying for, I'd say maybe 3.5-4 minutes on a 5-inch build, tri-blades, and you would get noticeable voltage spikes. With the lower 1300 milliamp, it's ridiculous. I actually when I flew one of those, I dropped out of the sky, which is why I went to these, because this is not as bad, but still have issues. Heat-wise, they all come down roughly the same. I've noticed these to actually be maybe a tad bit hotter. These out of all of them are the coolest ones to run. Even like pretty much full throttle, like entire flight. And I fly mostly freestyle. So these do good, but they die kind of quick, and the voltage sag just kind of annoying. Next up is the CNHL. Now these are the ones that I'd recommend honestly for anybody. If you can fit it on your frame, you can't beat the price. These are like 20 bucks or $21. They perform awesome. If you don't mind the weight, these are the way to go. As far as price, if you're on a budget, these fly. You probably get about 5 minutes, 5.5. Freestyle flying, flipping, and doing rolls and whatever, and punch outs and everything. So a nice variety of speed and just kind of messing around flying. The R lines, I honestly think these are sort of a waste of money after flying them. They are nice, don't get me wrong, but they're essentially no different than these. These do have a thicker gauge silicone cable for the Lipo lead, which it does seem to help quite a bit with voltage sag, but flight time is still kind of it's a bit low. They do come, like I said, a tad bit cooler than these. These are the hottest ones that actually run, where like they're noticeably hot. These are just kind of warm after my flights. So these are better than those to some extent, and I'm expecting that, or actually thinking that's just because of the having a thicker gauge. It can conduct electricity quicker, so it kind of doesn't get as hot, not as much stress on the battery or on the leads. So this is a good Lipo for beginners. Racers, I wouldn't really recommend it. They are good for freestyle. Again, as far as quality, I'd say it's that one, then the R lines, the CNHLs, and the Venoms. So my favorite, the Venom, hands down. These two batteries I still use. I'm not gonna throw away Lipo, so I still use them, but these are my two favorites. And out of both of them, if you can afford them, Venom is the way to go. If you can't, then CNHL is what I'd pick. They're both great batteries. This, I've noticed, comes down a lot cooler. I like the fact that it has these amass connectors, which keeps it from shorting, keeps it from like gunk from getting between the wires and all that. The Lipo lead, or the balance plug's not too long. These seem to be a bit longer. The form factor's nice. I like the color. I mean, obviously, red and black for KillaKlownzFPV. I love how these look. Maybe it's just me, but when I build drones and I build everything, I kind of take looks into account as far as when I'm buying motors and ESCs and whatever, to make sure they match. And honestly, the drones gotta look pretty. And then these Lipos match it perfectly, especially being black. I like how they look. I've been flying all of these for durability. These suck, the old 75Cs. These R lines take a little bit more of a beating. These CNHL are freaking tanks. I've hit, I don't know how many countless things, and you can see where there's kind of like little scuffs and stuff, but they've never been torn. They don't rip. The wrap around the battery seems pretty damn thick and strong. The lead's nice and beefy, and everything feels of really good quality for the price of the battery. I mean, I was really surprised in quality of these. And then the Venoms are the ones that, in my opinion, just feel like they feel very, very nice. Both in flight, performance, how they come down in temp, the feel of the cables, everything just feels really high quality. And this is 12 gauge wire, silicone wire, stranded. It feels very nice. It's flexible. It's not going to crack on you. I like that you have this actual extra grip for the battery, because most of my drones have really short leads, so it gives somewhere else to grab to actually pull it off. I've only killed one of these, and the only way it got killed was because I fell from about I want to say 80 feet doing a dive down the side of one of the light towers, or one of the spotlights at the local football field, and I hit concrete and pipes and went down the bleachers. So that's the only way it actually died. These things also, I believe, I'm not positive, but they feel like they have like some sort of like a plate in them on both sides, because they feel very stiff. Like you can't tell the sides of the cells. You can't feel them. At least I can't. I do not want to cut these open, but they kind of feel like they're just a little bit more protected. They feel a little bit more rigid and harder. But yeah, these are, as I said, these are very good lipos. If I were to go in order of as far as flight performance, these would be last. These would be the next up, and then I go CNHL, and top of the tier I'd say Venom again. These are quite a difference in price range. These R-line tattoos are, I think they run about $32, so they're quite a bit. These older ones run $26, and I believe that's on sale price right now. The Venoms run, depending on where you find them, they run between 31 and 39. Most common price I've seen is about 34, 35 bucks. The CNHLs run, they're right now between 22 and 24. So as far as price, you're not gonna get any cheaper than this. This is the cheapest. This is $2 more. This is like $8 more, and then so this one's this one's 26, and then this one's 32. So you had about a $6 increase, $7 price increase, and then these are the 34. But honestly, after flying all of these, after I have 4 batteries of each, I flew 4 packs. I flew separate days. I flew when it's cold. I've flown when it's hot. So I can say that without a doubt, these 3 are the best performers. This one, I mean, I think it's just because of the leads. If you were to maybe swap them out, but again, you'd want to come ready to fly, not having to deal with all of this. All these thicker gauge batteries, or for the silicone leads, perform a lot better. And as I said, for freestyle, they're all good lipos. But if you are on a budget, CNHL is the way to go. If you can afford it, without a doubt, these 2 are going to be my top brands. This is the one that I'm going to try to stick to. These I might use for like my, or I use for my bottom mounted. For top and bottom mounted, I use these. I've pretty much fly them. If I have them charged, these are the first ones that I get pulled out of the backpack. Just because they're these feel the best, they fly the best. Venom's awesome. Their customer service is awesome. Yeah, I mean, really kick-ass batteries. So hopefully I actually might save up, and I'm going to wind up getting a couple more of these, and probably replacing the R-lines and the standard tattoos with Venoms, and then might just get some extra like CNHLs as spares. But yeah, if you're looking into getting the hobby or just testing out some new batteries, these are the 4 I've flown. These are the 2 I love. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.